Yes, this one has been exploring the Daedric connection as well. But Raz hates Daedra. In Raz's experience, very little good comes from dealing with Daedra or their cultists. And this revelation brings you to Relendil, yes? That is disturbingly vague. Why must cryptic cultists be so... cryptic? Well, Raz saw Valserin head toward Canonry Farmeldo's house. This one suggests we start our investigation of the area there.
Drat! Which one could he possibly be? You there. Worse. An acting troupe. The House of Reveries may be famous across Somerset, but my brother is one of the most gifted academics of our generation. For him to waste his talents performing for rich nobles is just irresponsible. I fear he's already signed up, and that's why I require you as an ally. I'll need you to infiltrate the acting troupe. Laredale, my brother, knows my face, but he does not know yours. You must find him for me so I can talk him out of this. Auriel himself would smile on your kindness. Now, we haven't a moment to waste. The House of Reveries is hosting auditions this very moment. You must present yourself to Alchemy, the audition master, and impress her with your performance. Well, they don't take just anyone. Only the most talented performers even get an audition, but don't worry, I've already devised a solution. I've enchanted a set of knives that will allow you to juggle with perfect rhythm. They would impress anyone. Oh, it's quite simple, really. Toss one in the air and relax your mind. Your hands will do the rest. I've used them a number of times and never cut myself, and I'm about as coordinated as a drunken mud crab. I'm certain you'll impress a sponsor. Laredale and I have studied magic all of our lives, and have found few who match our skills. I knew it only a matter of time before a great opportunity came along, but even I was shocked when we were invited to join the Sapiarchs. Yes, a rather rare and momentous occasion. You're currently looking at the new assistant to the Sapiarch of Artifice. Not a position to be taken lightly. But how does Laredale react to such incredible news? He runs away to join the theater. I have no idea. He just left a letter saying not to look for him. I suspect it's just nerves. I can't imagine leaving my brother behind to rot here in Relendil. I need to find him and help him see reason. At first I tried to search for him myself, but Laredale is an even more powerful mage than I. He was able to obstruct any spell I cast to find him. I was able to track him here using more mundane means, but it set me back a month. Honestly, I couldn't tell you what is going through his head right now. For him to even consider wasting his talent on entertaining nobles with parlor tricks, why, it's simply unthinkable. out and let this madness continue? No. Laredale is both a mage and researcher of extraordinary talents. He would be of great benefit to Somerset, perhaps even all of Tamriel. I just need to speak with him and I'm sure I'll convince him to leave. From what I understand, it starts with impressing a sponsor. A senior member of the House of Rev. Yeah!
Go inside and we'll discuss this later. And take off that ridiculous hood.
Ridiculous? I'll show you what's ridiculous. I'll show you all!
You think as Canon Reeve I'd be immune to the troublesome temper of a spoiled and rebellious child. But what distinguished visitors I have today. A wandering sage, a well-dressed Khajiit, and you. What brings such a group to Relenthal? Investigating. For who? Well, there have been 3 reports this week of someone disappearing. And my intractable son Nadoril and his malcontent friends have been cavorting around the large sinkhole that recently appeared. What are you implying? They're just young and proud of their heritage. I wouldn't draw such a harsh conclusion without substantial evidence. I can't understand why they're fascinated with the sinkhole, but that doesn't make them criminals. It's unusual for newcomers to encroach upon Altmer affairs, especially since we rarely saw any prior to the Queen's decree. If you want to investigate, I won't try to stop you. And if anything happens, maybe it will teach my son to avoid the place.
Raz wants to ask the Canon Reeve a few more questions. Take the Sijik and go investigate the sinkhole.
The Canon Reeve's son certainly seems agitated about something. I wonder where he ran off to in such a state. Well, I suppose we should go and take a look at the sinkhole the Cannon Reeve mentioned. That's a rather dangerous and unsavory location for a gathering of young Altmer. The Cannon Reeve referred to them as malcontents, who are proud of their heritage. Makes me curious to see what we'll find when we get there. I'd rather not speculate. We'll see for ourselves soon enough. I just hope the Cannon Reeve's son hasn't gotten involved with anything too terrible. Children, they can be as frustrating as they are loving. I had a daughter. She fell ill. Even the best minds of the Conclave couldn't cure her malady. She's no longer with us. Enough of that. Let's go see what the sinkhole has to show us. I'll meet you in the sinkhole.
You can do this, Ashala. You can. Oh, my stomach.
Well, I think that's quite enough. Next. Well done. Come, talk. No more auditions for today.
Oh, curses!
Of all the rotten luck.
My, you certainly do have a talent for juggling. One might almost say your hands work like magic. Tell me, why do you wish to join the House of Reveries? A wonderful answer, but it's not very creative, is it? I'd work on that. You'll want something more dramatic if you wish to impress the Grand Maestro. Still, I'd be happy to sponsor you for house membership, if you complete my challenge, of course. When we join the troupe, we abandon our old selves and take an identity reflected in our masks. What unique item suits you, I wonder? A griffin feather? Yes, that would be lovely. Go collect a feather and meet me in front of the Manor of Masks. Oh, not much, I'm afraid. I have many names, but my true name is spoken only in the dead of night, and only in the softest whispers. I am the daughter of a dragon and a rather robust Telvanni. I spit fire and turn into a wyvern on the full moon. Only me, of course. I'm teasing you. I was actually born whole from the earth when a lonely sapiart cast a spell to create a wife. He was attractive, I'll give him that, but boring, so I left him with a mud pie and ran off to join the theatre. Oh, you're no fun. I'm actually a simple farmer's daughter who learned to mimic voices when I was but a babe. A life of ploughs and livestock was not for me, sadly, so here I am. Do you understand? We can be anyone here. You can be anyone. Why, I put you through your paces. After all, I've deemed you worthy to perform for the Grand Maestro himself. Whether he offers you membership is beyond my ken, but I've never made the mistake of leaving him bored. See that you don't embarrass me. You may join us, if you wish. Cast aside your old life, become who you truly wish to be. Live for your art. for the stage, for the sound of applause. But you must never reveal your old identity. It is our only absolute. Have you happened to meet an artist in Somerset? Had that distinct pleasure? All they care about is fame. But within our troupe, we live only for our passion. To prove that devotion, we rid ourselves of the past and live only for the present. We always wear a mask. To your mother, you are an innocent child. To your lover, a sinful treat. A friend to your companions, a terror to your enemies. But many here find their true selves within their craft, within their passion. I know I have. Did I? Well, let's see. Have you taken a lover recently? What was their name? Oh, are you in a committed relationship, or was it a one-night tryst? Did you lift them to the heights of ecstasy, or leave them unfulfilled and disappointed? It's a question, isn't it? A personal question like yours, a question one stranger should never ask another in polite company. I have sponsored many in my time with the House of Reveries, just as one once sponsored me. Those names are theirs alone.
in passing. Thank you for heeding my call, newcomer. I don't suppose your passage to Somerset brought you past Waston Coraldale? My father, Curteros, runs a boat in an angler fleet. They're long overdue, and while his stride tends to be a leisurely one, I've never seen the whole fleet gone for so long. I'm probably over-concerned. The weather's been fair and the wind's mild. Perhaps their fishing has been so fruitful they dare not waste their good fortune. But I'd feel better if I knew what to make of their delay. The fleet set off west. Waston Coraldale is an island engulfed by coral reefs, but you can reach it safely in that sailboat. I'd go with you, but I'm afraid I don't share my father's comfort with open water. Not especially. I've never been myself, but father's only remarked about the occasional ornery coral crab or hungry salamander. The reefs are the only real hazard, but only to a ship of considerable size and flimsy make. Oh, there's not much to tell. He's plied the sea for its bounty for as long as I can recall, and that's some time, mind you. We... Not since I was very young. My father took me fishing once, showed me how to bait a hook, coax a bite and work the line until the catch tires out. It wasn't meant to be an eventful trip, but it turned out that way. Father dozed off, so I continued to apply what I'd learnt without him. Soon enough I'd hooked my first catch. Or rather, it hooked me. Yanked me clear off the boat and into the deep. I was too shocked to let go of the rod, nearly drowned. Yes, fished me out of the drink, quite literally. He still calls me his prized catch. It's funnier when you're not coughing up seawater.
Kronos, damn it, talk. Which one? That one? Or that one? That's another player. That's not me. This is my little guy. The salamander. Hello, guys. Yeah, that's mine. I'm gonna be not doing shit Thursday. I'm gonna not be streaming. I decided early. Depending on how I feel, of course. If I stream, it's gonna be an early morning stream. I'm not really gonna be fucking with the, obviously, trying not to fuck with the whole thing on Discord right now. But yeah, welcome Four-Door. Go ahead and make some conversation though. We don't fight that much. It's actually very nice to see some new people in here. Hello. You look awesome, by the way, Dukes. That's understandable, Kronos. I don't even know which way I'm supposed to go. Salamander. Nothing but salamander. Anybody want fried salamander? I'm joking, I hope you know that. Hello, welcome all. I have 6 viewers in this stream. Why don't we go ahead and say hi? I don't fight that hard.
Heal me!
I mean, you can only do so much, so you gotta respect the way people eat sometimes too, because otherwise people won't respect you for it. Oh yes, a sky shard! Awesome!
Well, who's there? Quiet. Never seen you before. Guess no one told you that this is my spot. Been my spot nearly a century. And it'll be my spot a century more, God's willing. So don't go getting any ideas. Plenty of space down the coast. So, off with you now. Huh, fancy that. I told Hiranessa for years those sea elves would mount an invasion from Waston Coral Dale. Figures they'd launch it while I was having a nap. Well, come along then. Best send them off before they hook all the best catchings. Of course. Any Royal Marine of the Queen's Navy worth their salt would. Might have traded my saber for a fishing rod, but
can I get
I've still got my sea
estimate of
legs,
how
and
far
I'm
behind
still
the
as
stream
sharp as
is,
the day I
please?
mustered. The
I'm
others I
noticing a huge
sail
delay
with are
in the stream.
civilians, though. Aye. Even if they caught a glimpse of a sea elf cutter before it reached Waston Coraldale, there's no chance a fishing boat would have outrun it. If anyone from the fleet's still alive out there, it's our duty to help them.
because I just noticed mushrooms behind.
Lest we split up. Unless my creaking knees give me away, I ought to be able to handle some scouting while you're searching for survivors. We'll rendezvous.
I mean, I can see your chat. I've got it open on my PC.
My friends will know the one.
I just need to know how far behind it is.
Unless I'm caught. Won't be much use to the sea elves as a prisoner, but I'll black an eye or two before I greet my maker. Tell her my children are grown and my wants are few. But I cannot say the same for my friends. I've had a good life. I don't mind trading what's left of it, so others might have the same.
Okay.
3 aside from myself: Indolina, Aldoterel, and Carterel. Not much of a fleet when you compare it to the Royal Armada, but we're the scourge of anything with guilds. Hope you find them safe and sound. Too quiet. If one of them had reached the mainland, the Royal Navy would have sent ships to intercept these sea elves by now. No one knows they're here except us. Enemy movement. Numbers, positions, assess our situation. I hope to have a plan by the time you've finished your search.
I've got 4 people in the stream. Why don't we go ahead and say hi, you guys? Only 2 of you are talking. Hey, random fish. Mine. Oh! What? I can make food. I didn't know that. Well, I know I'm watching my own stream. That's the only reason I can see it. So, of course, I was talking, but I turned on my mic, which I shouldn't be really talking at all right
now. Sacred ascendants, take me home. I thought you were a sea elf. One moment I was just dipping my toes in the shallows, having a pleasant day. The next there's a murderous corsair or hungry reef viper around every corner. We're trapped. He's alive. At his age, I'd have thought he'd be the first to fall prey to those sea elves. Should have given the stubborn old salt more credit. I'll make my way to him. Better than waiting to die out here. Thank you.
Oh my god. Voice crack. Oh, holy. Alright. 5,000 friggin' damage. I can't compete that. Holy crap, dude. That's on a high level. 806. That's a high level. Holy crap, 8 viewers. Welcome, guys. Don't be afraid to say hi. I'm always in here. Hello, welcome to the stream, everybody. Ooh, what did I just get? Maple something. Is that a staff? Ooh, a restoration staff. Oh, I have a new dagger. My current dagger's broken. Way to frickin' pay attention, why don't I? I don't have any repair kits on me. Don't be afraid to say hi, guys. Welcome back, Kronos.
At the same Kurtaros? The one I know is more likely to be mistaken for dead and sleep right through this whole mess.
Rip my stream. Because there went the picture, guys. Oh my god, it was only a matter of time. Well, I still have sound, but I don't have any picture right now until it comes back.
All this crouching is damnation on my back. But I've seen everything I need to know what the enemy's up to. How fares the search? Any sign of Carterel? never do when it comes to these sea elves. They'll rob us of more than a few good souls before all is said and done here.
But we'll see.
They're digging in, placing ballistae along the shore. When the Royal Navy finally does mount an attack, they'll be taking fire from Maurima
There's
on
4
both
people
land and
watching
sea.
still,
It'll
so
be
why don't we get a like spike on that
unless some
stream?
misfortune befalls their plans. Catch my drift? I'm not suggesting we repel the whole invasion, but I do know my way around a ballista. If we turn one toward their own ships and cause enough of a stir, we can draw on a friendly patrol and catch the sea elves out of their element. I'll get into position and await your attack. Then we'll give those sea snakes a good spearing while these two make for your vessel. You do have a vessel, don't you? All right. You two go prepare the boat our friend brought. We'll provide a distraction. Trinamac's wrath be with us.
Definitely support if you haven't already. Definitely helps me. Okay. Item I am looking for is somewhere right here.
Seals. Fond of winged snakes and soggy chests. Noted.
What?
Josiah. Wait, you're talking about that jittery mage I tricked into freeing me, right? Oh, she's a delight. I had hoped for a longer holiday. Can only manage a week like this
actually
once a century after all. I will. I'm actually quite comfortable here, mate. Cozy accommodations, the transliminal tones of the ocean waves, gangly meat brains to mock. But I guess I should be going. These elves plan to sell me. Can you imagine? I'll help you. On one condition. When we're done sewing up these chronosymphonic when we're done sewing up these time breaches, you'll let me wander the Mundus in peace. No more dim-witted Sijiks peppering me with questions. No more dusty shelves. We have a deal? Right. So, should we get going, or...? Of course you do. Everyone asks questions, and I have all the answers. Fair warning. Be specific. I'm bound to tell the truth, but the truth can be a little slippery. You know what I mean? I'm a traveler like you. Except, well, nothing like you, to be honest. No offense. I'm what you might call an aspect, eh? Like, an idea's
I wish my stream picture would come
I'm
back.
telling you the truth. Not my fault your language is so crude. I'm not in the skull. I am the skull. At least here on Nern. Over in the adjacent place, I'm shaped like a throat pillow. Imagine that. You look confused. It's just a trick of the light, mate. The skull's what you might call a manifestation. Of me! This is just sad. Try this. Imagine a soul gem. Got it? Now imagine
I
that
don't
the
know
soul
what to say.
in the gem is also the gem itself. Weird, right? Ha! Mime and a head explosion. You can't see it because I haven't got any arms, but it's happening. I am one of the unfortunate quirks of the Sijic binding ritual that brought me here. I'm free to lie as much as I like, unless you, or anyone else for that matter, ask me a direct question. Cheap trick if you ask me. They did, a bit. I'm certain I could break out if I really put my mind to it. I don't blame them, honestly. If I was in their position, bobbing along like a little lost acorn in an ocean of knowledge, I'd want to trap me too. I guess, but instantaneous translocation's not like a Sundar scroll. The veil here in Mundus is all thick and sticky, you know? Like I said before, I think I'm grounded for the foreseeable future. Oh well.
Guys, talk.
I am. I had no idea you were so funny.
No.
We'll have a really good time, you and I. Yes, in answer to your direct question, I do know a lot, and by a lot, I mean basically everything. Right. So, should we get good enough? So, where to? I assume you've got a map or something?
Ah! Yeah. Okay. I'm okay. Ooh, a cooking fire. I need to learn some of that. Ah! Hello.
Hold them off while I spear that cutter. This is what Carterel!
Ah!
They're scattering right here! Keep on the offensive!
ended up dying. Hey, my picture's back. Oh great, they're all back. Well, this fucking sucks. This indeed definitely sucks, guys. Let's go with Flame Lash.
Fall back and get to the boat.
Bro, that's awesome. Fuck off, Vanessa. Hello. Thanks for the help. And thanks for the heal, buddy. We appreciate it. Are you purposely trying to confuse me, Vanessa? That's what it feels like. Welcome, Mordok. How are we doing?
Captain, coming aboard. Boats prepped and ready.
Is that so?
Father, you had me so worried. What happened? Where's your boat?
None of that now, Minerva's Cup. I'll tell you all about it. But first, there's one more thing we need to see to. Come, friends.
He washes up here after being gone for weeks. His boat nowhere in sight. And he acts like it's just another day on the sea. Was everything all right? Did he cause you any trouble? Oh, he put you up to that, didn't he? Papa always loves to embellish his journeys. Whatever the truth is, I'm just glad you brought him home safe. If all newcomers are so kind, Somerset will be
Of course,
fortunate to
now
have
he
you.
talks after I frickin' mention his name.
He's not fooling me. I can tell something happened. Father's putting on a brave face, like he used to whenever I'd ask him about his younger days. He'd smile and deflect the question, but I could see a sadness in his eyes he couldn't hide. His secret. The fanciful story of meeting my mother, a myth about how the moon and stars winked on the day of my birth, and tall tales about his fishing voyages. Before that, not a word. Not once. I don't think I'll ever get the truth out of him. "70 years isn't enough. I love my father, but all I want is to love him for who he is, not who he shows me. When he was missing, I wasn't just worried I'd lose him. I was worried I'd never get the chance to know him. You didn't come here to listen to a grown woman bawling about her father to a stranger. Forgive me. You did enough bringing him home safe. What comes after is up to me.
So much stuff I have to do. Six Furies, guys. Welcome to the stream. How are we all doing today? Ooh, almost warmer. I will be right back, guys. I'm not feeling the greatest still. Sorry about that, guys. Just not feeling right.
Enough, Stylery. These mysterious deaths are our business to solve, not yours.
Little busy at the moment. You know, now's not the time to be wandering around, what with the gruesome killings and clueless investigators. Could wind up dead.
Thank
or
you.
answering questions until you wish you were.
Garnis just went to bed. Where do I... did?
From what I gather, soldiers at Caton Keep have been disappearing in the night, only to have their desiccated bodies show up days later. The garrison's completely spooked. I came to look into it, but the divine prosecution beat me here.
Still have 4 viewers. Welcome all.
We don't exactly see eye to eye when it comes to hunting baddies. So now they're going to spend weeks questioning soldiers and measuring footprints, while more people get turned to jerky. Actually, maybe you could help me with that?
You're good. I just figured I'd let you know.
I really thought I was going to have to do a lot more convincing. Helping strangers break into keeps a hobby of yours. Odd hobby. What I really need is a distraction. If you can keep Lindefway at the gate, busy for a minute, I can handle the rest. I have documents saying I'm an inspector sent by the proxy queen to investigate. But since Lindefway and everyone else in there knows that's not true, I can't use it. You, though. Show it to Lynn, act all high society, and waltz right in. Doesn't matter. It'll buy me time to sneak past either way. If you do get inside, all the better. We can partner up. I'm sure you'll do fine. It helps if you imagine a really big stick up your spine. Straight back. Perfect. All right, Royal Inspector. Off you go. Just talk like you've never interacted with an actual person at any point in your life. We'll put a stop to these killings, and maybe not even get arrested. Fun, right? The divine prosecution are great at stopping crime and rooting out sedition. But stuff like this, things that go bump in the night, that's when you need a specialist. I'm very special. It's a hobby. Well, more of a lifelong calling that leaves me little time for hobbies, but I'm doing what I love, and in my own way, and I'm really good at it. Not that the divine prosecution would ever admit it. The divine prosecution cordoned off the area, and like I said, they're not big fans of me. I may have been a bit indelicate when I suggested they collectively had the hunting sense of a blind cliff racer. These things happen. They keep the peace in Somerset, mostly by making sure no one steps out of line. When something's amiss, they investigate and kick the problem in the teeth, if need be. Too dogmatic, though. Who cares about procedure when lives are on the line? Only slightly, and the Order has bigger concerns at the moment. Once it's clear you're not a suspect, I'm sure they'd let you off with a stern warning. But we're not going to get caught, right?
Alrighty.
This keep has been ordered sealed by the divine prosecution, pending the completion of our investigation. Please be on your way. That's interesting, because investigating these killings is obviously the jurisdiction of the divine prosecution, so something tells me you're full of griffin guano. Give me one reason why I shouldn't hold you for questioning. Let me see those. It looks official. I don't know who you are, but this investigation is clearly under our purview. This is about politics, isn't it? Oh, of course you can't. Fine, go inside. I won't stand in your way, but stay out of mine.
You must have clenched pretty hard to sell those forged papers to the likes of Lynn. Relax before you sprain something. Now all we have to do is find and kill a murderous Daedra that's evaded capture for weeks. Easy, right? Most killers don't suck out all your organs and leave a corpse with the consistency of stale bread. Mortal ones, anyway. And neither do vampires, for that matter. Aside from that, I have my methods of sniffing out Daedra. Well, when you expose the stem of an attuned Wilderking Lord to air that someone breathed in the presence of a Daedra, it glows orange. Also, my latest Squabblood scribing said, you know what, just watch and learn. I'm getting to that. Don't rush me. Just stand back and don't radiate any palpable evil, right? This is a little trick I picked up in Coral. Stendar, shine your righteous light on those that would flee your justice. Show me where evil lurks, and I will deliver retribution. 2 lights. There's not supposed to be... All right, whatever. I'll follow this one. Follow that light and see where it leads you. Then meet me inside the refectory. Go, go.
What? Okay, I'm following a little freaking glowing ball of light. Whoa! Okay, where the fuck? That's disturbing! That's very, very bothersome, guys. I would say. Yeah. Okay, I've had enough. I've seen enough. I've legitimately seen enough.
Ah, the Apocalypse. Welcome. Two arrests in one day. This is going to reflect well on my next report. Oh, did you? Well, let me see it then. The Insatiable, is it? Who writes this rubbish? Grisly rubbish at that. I'll admit the methods are similar to our case, but this still doesn't prove the presence of an actual Daedra. Where did you find this? I was never informed of any architectural eccentricities. Something the garrison will answer for. So that spell might have some merit. Silery claims it was leading her to a Daedra hiding in the cellar. Are you willing to stake your freedom on that? To be clear, when all is said and done with this, I'm arresting you anyway. But I'll indulge this line of inquiry. If you're right, release her.
But, sir...
Now.
This is a mistake. We're all done being idiots? Good. Let's find this Daedra.
This is going to end.
Alrighty, guys. Not sure how much longer I'm gonna stream for. I'm gonna do no stream tomorrow. I'm really not gonna have any time to. I want to, but I'm not sure yet. I'm just doing this now before I forget to, because the next 2 days I'm gonna make it by myself, because I've got such a long day that I'm going to be stressed as hell.
Tracking something.
A dead end. How embarrassing.
No! After her!
Can't say I didn't warn them.
I'm gonna kind of make it about myself, because I don't get any time.
Fan out! That thing can't have gone far.
Fan out? Why? I thought you didn't believe me. Check down the hall. I'll see what I can find up ahead.
I need to be a little more careful too. Nothing knows really why. And I haven't really been doing that. I'll take care of myself at all. all this watching. I do enjoy being around. Oh, shit, that's a watcher. I mean, I had an easier time understanding this than Morrowind.
Well, I think we might be on the right track. Ow. Our Daedra summoner, no doubt. No one I recognize. Begs questions, but that can wait. Give chase and find Lindefway. Silery went after her, but there was an awful lot of screaming. Through those doors. Down where we keep the wine. This place, it's Catan, but different. I'm probably not making much sense, am I? Helping the others falls to you now. Terribly sorry about that.
Of course, so the dude gets friggin' injured.
Oh God, it's going to eat me! Hi, Akil! Anyone, help me!
It's trying to slip away into the real world. I'll hold it as long as I can.
My controller literally would not let go. If you guys saw that. Shut up, Mordok. Again? The thing should have been dead that time.
On that for a while, gutsucker. Shilery, you saved me. I don't look so surprised. Come on, let's get out of here.
Ooh, that's a lot better than what I had on.
She's getting away. Lynn, can you hold this portal open? Why? Where are you going? Find that maid.
Alrighty, guys. We all still here? Doing good?
God, hold it! Damn it! That was such a stupid, reckless... Damn it, Sidery! I can't let her lord this over me. We have to save them. She must be hiding in these ruins. Wait, I know where we are. These ruins are right under the nose of Katan Keep. Silery and I explored here as children. We always did love mysteries. Our mothers hated it. We'd come home covered in clay. So, the mage got into Katan Keep through here somehow. Was that her reason for coming here? We still don't know our suspect. Her motives, barely anything, really. God, this investigation hasn't really gotten away from me. A conspiracy? Now that's something I can grasp. The tone of this letter suggests our perpetrator can't afford to simply go into hiding. We're backing her into a corner. That'll make her desperate. What's that? I just felt a ripple of magicka. Like the opening of those portals, but much larger. I think the others are in danger. It came from that way, across the bridge. Hurry!
Oh, damn. There's a 674 doing this quest right now.
No sign of Duranial, but this is definitely the epicenter of the magic I felt. There's still power clinging to this Aldma altar. It must be the bridge she is using to travel to and from the realm of that thing. Theoretically, from what little I know about opening portals to Daedric realms, there's typically an object here, in Tamriel, that is attuned to the place in question. This Aldma altar is the only thing I'm getting a strong feeling from. Not as it is. If this is a bridge, then Duranial has barred and locked the gates. We need to undo her spell. Then I should be able to recreate the ritual to open the way for us. In my experience, most cultists tend to just ape whatever spells and rituals someone else develops. That letter you showed me mentioned books from her benefactor. You found one for Daedra's summoning. It stands to reason there's another for this.
Help me! Anima, ego, incalescence, and mortality. Somebody type that for me, because I'm not gonna remember. Anima. Anybody in the chat can type that for me. That would be really, really helpful right now. Thank you, whoever typed it. Well, whatever the portal was that I just said, because I don't even remember it yet.
Well, that was dramatic. That's it! It reeks of that monster's realm. I'll hold it open. Go. Ugh, it feels like worms wriggling through my soul. I can do this. I can do this.
Again? How did you reach this? I won't let you ruin my big... I'll feed your corpse to the insatiable.
Oh shit, me on the bed. Ooh, Shield of Magicka.
had my fill of this.
I might fast for a month after this.
Back out we go, guys. That was crazy. It's kind of cool though too.
Thanks for stopping that Daedra-loving loony from sucking out my soul. You took a big risk sticking your neck out for us. But what are recent acquaintances for, right? Guess I owe Lynn, too. Not going to live that down. We'll be fine. It's not the first time someone has tried to drain and devour my soul. Happens more often than you'd think, actually. Hazards of the job. As for Hai, I think he's secretly enjoying all this excitement. She was raving about her work not being done, and how she was going to use our desiccated husks to restore the insatiable. I sort of tuned it out at a certain point, but got the impression she wasn't doing all this for her own amusement. No surprise there. Daedra worshippers always seem to work in groups. How do they even meet? Single cultist postings on the local bulletin boards? Looks like someone got bitten by the hunting bug on this little adventure. Savor your victory, killer. Katon Keep is safe again thanks to you. Judging by these results, I should rope random strangers into my work more often. Kidding. Now that the immediate danger's passed, I will want to get back to combing through the details of what transpired here. It'll be really boring. Like, really boring. But since you got us back on speaking terms, I'll help Lynn and Hai investigate.
Nice.
Hey, don't go rubbing my nose in it. It wasn't easy fighting off Daedra with Hai slumped over my shoulder. You'd think he'd make a better shield with that hard head of his. That mage got the drop on us while we were licking our wounds. You'll want to talk to Hai about that, but I wouldn't get your hopes up. The divine prosecution doesn't welcome outside perspectives with open arms. If you think Hai and Lynn can be stuffy, you should see their superiors. Well, Lynn and I grew up around here. We always had a knack for sticking our noses where they didn't belong, so the divine prosecution was a natural fit. For her, anyway. Too rigid for me, so I left. There were some hard feelings. He's our mentor. Was my mentor. Loves his work, and he's a good person, but he clings too tightly to protocol. He took the brunt of the abuse from our superiors when I was out of line. I thought he'd have been happy when I resigned my commission. No, Hai and Lynn were always more than colleagues to me. We were friends. We'll stick by each other. The divine prosecution has a long way to go before they take back the likes of me. Not that I'd want to go back anyway.
Lovely, guys. In a matter of 2 days. Ooh, that's hard. Alright, now this is where my main concern is, because I'm not going to be wearing light or medium armor for my character. I'm going to be mainly wearing heavy because I'm a tank. I'm building it as a tank. So would I want blacksmithing for that? Welcome all to the stream. I have 7 people watching right now. That's crazy. Why don't we go ahead and say hi, guys? I'm assuming I would want stuff for the blacksmithing. Yeah. Thank you, Varda. Yeah, all this stuff. Guaranteed. Oh my god! It just one-shotted me. God! That's a lot of damage. Oh, it'll be nice once I finally get that amount of damage. Running my ass away. I cannot attack a griffin yet. Vanessa! Yeah! Yeah! No. Captain. Hi! feel like I'm near one of the areas. I have no idea, guys. That map, that whole thing with the civics calling is so confusing. For me. There you go. Can't read it yet. Why don't we get some more likes in here, guys? That'll be really, really much appreciated. What happened? My game, like, bugged out or something? Give me one moment, guys. I'm gonna restart my game because I think I bugged out. I suddenly can't, like, do anything. I can't talk to anybody. I'll be right back, guys.
You've returned intact. How wonderful. I was worried the griffin might have been a bit too much, but I see you're not one to be easily deterred. Good. Tell me, how did you acquire your most lovely feather? Clever, but a bit dry. What if the nest was on a cliff's edge? Perhaps you slip... Now's the time to don your mask and play the game of boasts. You'll find the other potentials inside our quarters, the Manor of Masks. We have a talented crop this week.
think I'm gonna end the stream there. I'm not feeling 100 yet anymore, and I want to kind of do something else before I have to get off. So I will continue probably Friday night. I'm not actually sure. We'll see though. Thanks all for watching. Talk to you later.